Southern California, home to 50,000 watts and an audience reach of 12 million listeners. KBLA Talk 1580 is a pioneer for Black audio content, including our groundbreaking $2 million climate justice campaign and the most loyal, influential audience. According to an independent research study by the polling firm Aviterus, for the second consecutive year, KBLA Talk 1580 is the most trustworthy, reliable, and credible news source for Black audiences and beyond in Southern California. Let KBLA Talk 1580 power your advertising dollars. Our omni-channel custom marketing solutions are specifically tailored to connect with your ideal target audience. We leverage audio, podcasts, streaming, digital, social media, and local activations to get your message out to the Black community. Get in touch with our advertising team today at advertising@kbla1580.com. That's advertising at kbla1580.com. KBLA 1580. We've got you Black.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Hello my loves, and welcome back to a new video. My name is Jade Shinyu and I help people reclaim back their power physically, mentally and spiritually. Now today we're going to be talking about quite an important topic that goes under the radar most of the time, and that is spiritual bypassing, and basically this huge influx of fake spirituality that unfortunately is pretty much everywhere nowadays. So with spiritual bypassing and this kind of fake spiritual movement, fake spiritual influences, etc., there's a huge lack of authenticity. So basically you'll see these people normally from a mile away. They'll come across as basically they're very good at marketing the perfect life with spiritual concepts, spiritual tools, such as crystals, meditation, yoga, doing this course, doing this, doing that. So going to a retreat, taking this psychedelic, going to this ceremony. So it's kind of like this never-ending loop, this never-ending cycle that so many people get trapped within. So in this video today, I'm going to be covering the sort of like spiritual influencers that use fake spirituality, and then the spiritual ego that many people then fall victim to because they unfortunately get sucked and drawn into this fake, very good marketing schemes. So because spirituality has become such a big money-making business, there unfortunately is created this, a dark side to it. Whilst there is many credible, amazing people who are genuine healers, genuine oracles, they do genuinely care about helping people, and they come from an authentic space. They do have a high level of consciousness. Unfortunately, we now have the opposite, where there's this whole huge, group of fake spiritual people who basically have still very low consciousness levels. Not so much low, but they're just very inauthentic. They're a lot of the time will be very narcissistic. They're literally just doing it for fame, attention, money. And again, it's kind of split between the two. So you'll have like one side of people who are literally just doing it for money. So they know, oh, it's a trend. They know that people now like and are drawn to the spiritual aesthetic. The fashion, it's become like a fashion trend. So they know, oh, if I just dress like a hippie, if I just, say these words and speak softly and become some sort of yogi, or meditation guru or whatever, then, oh, I'm going to make fuckloads of money. And a lot of people do. Again, with like the people who fall victim to this, who develop a spiritual ego, they're one and the same. So they'll develop a spiritual ego as a band-aid to their trauma, to their real deep-rooted issues. But then they stay in the state of denial. They refuse to do...
Listen. I'm not ready to play with y'all today. Can I tell you something real quick? God did not bless you to front, show off, or condescend towards the lesson that brought you to your current blessing. God didn't raise you up from the dirt so you can turn around and look at what hurt you, so you could condescend, so you could say, see, look, I'm doing better. God didn't bless you for that. I'm sorry. This is part of this fake spiritual movement. This is how you know a person hasn't grown. If you're doing better than you were, what's the reason for pettiness? Why do you have to be petty if you're in a better place today than you were yesterday? See, this new age group of folk, y'all don't understand what spirituality is about. Yes, church is beautiful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Fellowship with others who believe as you do. Beautiful. Like minds. Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. But let me tell you something that this fake spiritual movement, this pseudo spirituality has done. If you couple it with social media, which is the breeding ground, the digital petri dish for growing narcissists. Somebody told you that somebody else is responsible for your peace. Somebody told you that somebody else is integral to your peace. Somebody is instrumental to your peace, to your happiness, to your emotional regulation. No, psychology got it wrong. And just because it's labeled psychology doesn't mean it's 100% right. Do you understand? I like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee said, do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. A few topics ago, we talked about how your internal movement, your internal process cannot be directly experienced by someone on the outside of you, i.e. your significant other. You can use language to share semantics, linguistics, symbols. You can write. You can share what you're going through, but they can't know from an experiential level of what you're living. Even the person that is closest to you. Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. See, the spiritual sages of old knew that self-work is your work, right? They knew that. They knew that self-work, overcoming your demons, overcoming what you modeled in childhood, overcoming your assumptions, your predispositions, your conditioning, they knew, oh man, relationship is a mirror. People are going to be attracted to you based on what you haven't healed. You're going to be attracted to people based on what they haven't healed. Your wounds are going to mirror their wounds. You guys are going to trauma bond. And there is a learning in this process. But we live in a society today that says, you got to make me feel safe. You got to bring peace to me. And a lot of this is coming out of this pseudo-spiritual talk, right? And that's today's topic. Pseudo-New Age spiritual supply. Narcissism and the hunt for spiritual supply. What do I mean by supply? When you say to your significant other, you must come in here and you must bring peace. Does that not make you a codependent by definition? You got to bring peace here to add to my peace. First off, you're not fully healed. So you need my peace to trigger your peace. That's not how it works. The peace in you, or lack thereof, is a reflection of the peace or lack thereof in your partner. Back to that age-old saying, relationship functions as a mirror. You get who you are, not what you want. You get who you are, not what you desire. Do you understand? So why would you call it spiritual supply? Well, codependence, according to Ross Rosenberg, author of the book, The Human Magnet Syndrome, right? Ross Rosenberg said codependents are attracted to narcissists and vice versa. So if you're hunting for peace in a person, you are setting yourself up for codependence, right? You want somebody to constantly pour into you. Make sure you're safe. Make sure, I keep telling you, safe is an inside job, right? Go back and look at the 2 of the 3 maladaptive, or look at all 3 maladaptive attachment styles. Look them up. Look up their characteristics. How can an anxious preoccupied ever feel safe when they're constantly hunting for worthiness and acceptance? Can they be at peace while they're hunting for the supply? Could they be narcissistic? They say narcissists don't see people as humans. They're like vampires. They see them as a source of supply for something, right? Pseudo-New Age spiritual supply. Narcissism and the hunt for spiritual supply. I think a lot of us don't understand. When we go back and we look at Dr. Ramani's information and her work, Dr. Ramani is out of Cal State LA here in Los Angeles, right? And when you look at her work, she will tell you the narcissist or people with narcissistic tendencies. And again, people, oh, I'm tired of the word narcissist. That's because you live in a copycat society who's never read a book on it, who's never read several books on it, who's never sat down with clinicians and really pried into the underpinnings of it. You want to talk about generational curses, find out what your mama's attachment style is, right? Find out what your mama haven't healed from, what your daddy hasn't healed from. Find out who modeled you, who made you what you are. Now you have new age folk saying stuff like this, and it just blew my mind. Somebody sent this to me, and I was blown away. I think it was the sister Attila who sent this to me, if I'm not mistaken. Listen to this malarkey. The full body peace that comes of being in a partnership with someone who wants to ease and soften your load in life. Right? Because supporting and protecting you has not only become their priority, but their responsibility. It is not my responsibility to heal your wounds. It is not my responsibility to bring you peace. You must be peaceful. Now go back to the definition of spiritual abuse. Spiritual abuse is a form of psychological and emotional abuse that involves someone using religious or spiritual beliefs to hurt, scare, or control another person. It can occur in many settings, including personal relationships, religious organizations, and domestic violence situations. So peep game, spiritual abuse is somebody saying, I got the answer. I got the answer. Not knowing that every answer to your spirit comes from within. Do you understand? Everything about you is an inside job. Self-esteem, self-worth, self-love, self-appreciation, self-approval, self-worth. All of these things are inside jobs. They are not external jobs. Do you understand? And so many people are seeking somebody to come in and bring the stability to their life. No, stability is an inside job. Emotional regulation is an inside job. Now, can couples co-regulate? Sure, but they have to be on at least what Dr. David R. Hawkins called the level of willingness, which is a high vibrational conscious level to where they're both willing to co-regulate. How are they co-regulating? I'm not regulating your emotions. You're not regulating mine. I'm regulating my emotions and you are regulating your emotions, and we are doing that together. But I am not responsible to regulate yours. When we come forward, spirituality done jumped into the narcissist talk. Let's get it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
KBLA Talk 1580 is now celebrating 3 years of amplifying our voice and uplifting our community. We deeply appreciate your support of this radio station and will always do our level best to earn your support. Here's to many more years of loving and serving our community. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
I know it's gonna happen without you.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T.
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh yeah, the key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Hey guys, do you want male performance in the bedroom and do you want it now? Get it in 47 seconds or less. For the first time, you can have instant male enhancement. Introducing Nox 47, the topical male enhancement that works in 47 seconds or less. Satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, after years of scientific research, our proprietary formula will allow you to perform in the bedroom like never before. Just imagine that little blue pill on steroids. No reason to settle and wait when you can get instant performance now. Forget about pills and potions that make you wait hours or up to 30 days to work. That's yesterday's news. Nox 47 is brand new. The hottest thing for men. And you don't need a prescription. Call now and get your free supply for a limited time.
To find out how to get Nox 47 for free, call now. 800-617-1621. That's 800-617-1621. Free bottles for limited time. Call 800-617-1621. That's 800-617-1621.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
There's one thing that most of us agree on, and that's that the relationship with a narcissist is a very karmic relationship. But when we look at it from our perspective, it seems like we're the only ones learning the lessons, the hard way, no less. So when does the narcissist get their lesson? And are you the one to teach it to them? Interestingly enough, I think that the answer might be yes, but it's not as cut and dry as you might think. So I'm going to cover that in this video. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Common Ego community. My name is Christina, and today I'm going to share with you what I've learned about the narcissist's karma. Now, I do have another video on what you can do to help the narcissist receive their karma, and that kind of relates to this one too. So if you want to check it out, I'll pop it in the card there. But so if you are finding it difficult to see the narcissist getting their karma, there might be a few reasons for this, but one of them could be that you're too close to it. It could be that you...
I don't even want to hear her finish talking. It's none of your business. The narcissist's path is their path. I'm sorry. The narcissist's path is their path. Why? To me, that's petty. If God blessed you to get out of a relationship with a narcissist, count your blessings. Be happy with that. If you still peering over into their life to see if they're getting their karma, to me, that's an indication that you haven't healed. Okay? I just need you to understand that. Somebody said, Attila said, karma equals petty supply. I agree. You're petty, and you want to supply your pettiness with a supply. Ooh, they losing. No. Many narcissists are successful in life. So you might not see what you want to see. Do you understand? Just leave that be. That's none of your business anymore. You understand? The rise of New Age spirituality has inadvertently created fertile ground for narcissistic exploitation, where the genuine pursuit of spiritual enlightenment often intersects with the narcissist's quest for validation and control. This phenomenon, which can be termed pseudo-New Age spiritual supply, involves individuals with narcissistic tendencies leveraging spiritual movements to fulfill their, need for admiration and dominance. By examining this dynamic through the lens of influential thinkers such as Krishnamurti, Dr. David R. Hawkins, Robert Anton Wilson, Babette Rothschild, Ross Rosenberg, Wayne Dyer, Paramahansa Yogananda, and many others, we can gain a deeper insight into how spirituality is used to extrapolate supply out of codependent people. You got to remember, the narcissist loves the codependent happy meal. What do you mean? They don't see you as a human. They see you as some type of psychological nutrition, and not a high level of nutrition because you're not healed. So they see you as some type of snack. They see you as some type of treat. Narcissists evaluate potential sources of supply based on factors such as malleability. How malleable are they? Are they pliable to the demands of my wounds? Status and the capacity to reinforce their inflated self-image. Primary supply typically comes from individuals who are highly adaptable and easily controlled, providing continuous admiration and validation. Secondary supply will still be available. In other words, they got something on the side just in case you, as the primary supply, falter, right? Man, this is real. I don't think you guys understand how real this is. This is a transactional movement to extrapolate all of your spiritual energy. Wow. Secondary supply. I see it. Secondary supply, while still valuable, is more transactional and less emotionally significant. Malleability plays a crucial role in this hierarchy, as it allows the narcissist to upgrade an individual to primary supply if they demonstrate a willingness to be shaped and manipulated. Please understand, you trying to tell me preachers ain't been doing this for years? But it don't happen just in the church. It happens on social media. It happens at the cigar lounge. It happens at the nightclub. Oh, Lord. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. When we come forward, Zoe Williams, I want to talk to y'all. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Let's get busy.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The Biden administration is dodging questions following a report that a Parkinson's disease expert visited the White House 8 times in 8 months. Black Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre declined to confirm the purpose of the visits, but stated that President Biden is not undergoing treatment for Parkinson's. She noted the White House medical unit routinely hosts various specialists for military personnel working on the grounds amid ongoing scrutiny over Biden's age and potential for another presidential term if reelected in November. A Philadelphia radio host is parting ways with the station she worked at after she revealed she used questions given to her by President Biden's campaign in an interview. Andrea Lawful Sanders mutually left the station after she said on CNN that she was given a list of 8 questions from the Biden campaign and she approved 4 of them. A Biden administration official told CBS News they do not condition interviews on acceptance of these questions, and any host is free to ask any question they please. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Visit AV Nissan today in the Palmdale Auto Mall, where you'll find unbeatable deals and an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile powertrain warranty. When it's time for a new car, think avnissan.com, your go-to destination for the best. That's avnissan.com.
KBLA Talk 1580 is the fastest growing talk radio station in Southern California, home to 50,000 watts and an audience reach of 12 million listeners. KBLA Talk 1580 is a pioneer for Black audio content, including our groundbreaking $2 million climate justice campaign and the most loyal, influential audience. According to an independent research study by the polling firm Aviterus, for the second consecutive year, KBLA Talk 1580 is the most trustworthy, reliable, and credible news source for Black audiences and beyond in Southern California. Let KBLA Talk 1580 power your advertising dollars. Our omni-channel custom marketing solutions are specifically tailored to connect with your ideal target audience. We leverage audio, podcasts, streaming, digital, social media, and local activations to get your message out to the Black community. Get in touch with our advertising team today at advertising@KBLA1580.com. That's advertising@KBLA1580.com. KBLA 1580. We've got you, Black.
Oh, man. Looks like Bobby needs a ride to the airport again.
Grab the keys.
Who's taking Auntie and her friends to the swap meet?
Grab the keys.
How about we drop these boxes off at Miss Johnson?
Grab the keys.
Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, you're all about getting things done. So do it all in a Chevy SUV. From the versatile Equinox and sporty Blazer to the roomy Traverse, our lineup of SUVs will carry you through every adventure. All you have to do is...
grab the keys.
That's how we do. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Malibu, Colorado, Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse limited models. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 15.8%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/1/24.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying Black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007 they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA CAN believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
wait a second, what did I do? Like, what's wrong with me? Like maybe I'm the toxic person. Maybe I'm the narcissist. Have you ever heard of the phrase transitional supply? Maybe you were a person that was with a narcissist for 1 month, for 2 months, for 6 months, and then now they're with the next person and they're giving them all the things they ever hoped for, dreamed, or imagined. Maybe you never saw like a love bombing aspect in your relationship. Maybe you were never fully connected with all these hopes, dreams, and plans that they actually never pulled to fruition, but then they went to the next person and you see that. You see that happening on a day-to-day basis, and it messes with your mind and with your head of like, wait a second, like, what did I mean to them? Like, what's actually going on? A lot of times people don't understand what transitional supply is because there's not really a ton of topics. There's not really a ton of communication about it. So I want to be able to talk to you some today about transitional supply, what it is and how it looks like, and kind of like that cycle of what it looks like on a day-to-day basis as it happens. Anyways, my name is Ben Taylor. I'm a self-aware narcissist on this platform to provide awareness, growth, healing, and change. I want to be able to encourage you, if you're watching on YouTube right now, or if you're listening on the podcast, Apple, Spotify, anything like that, I want to be able to say like, hey, follow us on the other platforms, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Here we're on all the platforms under Raw Motivations, and be able to check us out, hit a couple alerts, hit follow. That way you can see when we drop new videos, when we go live throughout the week, and be able to engage with that community. If you want to engage with a community of like-minded people, please check out the NARC app. It stands for Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Community, NARC. It's a great place to be able to get advice from other people, to connect with other people who have been through the same type of shit that you've been through and want to heal, grow, and change. You can ask advice, you can share your story, you can introduce yourself, you can talk to other survivors, you can take courses, you can take classes about narcissism, about what's actually going on. You can hear from myself, from other content creators, from other coaches that have been through the muck.
Man, oh man, Shevitz. It's tough out here. I'm really trying to get you back to this foundational understanding. Self-work is the work you incarnated to do. Nobody can do your work for you. Listen, if you got a demand that somebody brings you peace, that means you're not at peace. See, you take the peace that's in you wherever you go, regardless of the external chaos. That's peace. You guys heard me say there's a difference between peace and quiet, right? Real work is required of you when it comes to healing yourself, when it comes to expanding your heart. Do you understand? Self-realization is a transformative experience that could be a central part of personal growth and development. It can involve uncovering your true essence, shedding conditioning, and aligning yourself with your highest potential. Some say that self-realization can be achieved through a process of self-inquiry, meditation, and a lifestyle that could include yoga, right? Self-honesty, self-acceptance, self-forgetfulness even, right? Self-exploration, self-discovery, self-understanding, self-transformation, self-mastery, and self-transcendence. Nobody really wants to transcend. They want to stay the way that they are, and the perfect person for them usually is a person that supplies something to their unhealed wounds. Why is that the case? Carl Jung. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid looking at themselves. So if you can find the ideal partner to fawn over you, to pour validation on you, to love bomb you forever, and you get to be the same unhealed, broken person you've always been, and they stick around, that is AAA prime supply. And now people have gotten so good at incorporating the narcissistic game plan into spiritual jargon I can't heal you. No matter how much I love you, you can't heal me. No matter how much you love me, it is my job to heal myself. Do you understand? To recognize if one is supplying a narcissist, one must develop an acute awareness of manipulation and deceit. Narcissists often camouflage their true intentions through excessive agreeableness and charm, creating a facade of mutual respect and admiration. This is all a lie. As Robert Anton Wilson suggests, reality is often obscured by layers of perception, and uncovering the true motivations of a narcissist requires peeling these layers back to reveal the underlying manipulation. And now, if I speak the word the way you like to hear it, right? If I speak lofty words and spiritual words, and this is what you on, you might be susceptible, right, to the way that I say it. This is why this show is unique. There is no show on planet Earth like this. Zoe is flawed. Zoe got his own issues, right? Zoe is broken. You don't really hear relationship specialists or clinicians or anything of the like, people saying, I'm the problem. That's because I understand the spiritual movement. It was the great Krishnamurti who said, the enemy is you, not the other. So many people want to make themselves out to be a perpetual victim. Do you understand? Your work is your work. Your partner is your mirror. That's how this works. Listen, we got callers on the line. I want to get one of them in here real quick. We got Attila on the line from Houston, Texas. Attila, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Man, this topic, oh my gosh, it's like right on time. I love it. I love it. I mean, I love everything you do, but this particular one, perfect. Perfect.
So what are your thoughts?
Yes,
what are we doing?
Okay, hold on now. Be rushing me. Okay. Now, you made a comment about spiritual abuse, right? And the whole idea of the person kind of wanting you to, what did you say? I'm trying to remember. You said something about them looking for their person to be the answer, something like that. I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to remix it a little bit because I watched that video you talked about earlier this morning about remixing. So I'm going to remix it a little bit. I would say spiritual abuse is a person causing a problem and then presenting themselves as your answer. Because that...
Keep going.
Because that creates within you an obligation, a feeling of, man, I kind of owe something to this person, right? And if you're dealing with someone who's narcissistic, not only do you owe them, but you must worship them. You're setting the stage for them. It's as if the play has already been written and your part in it was to essentially pretend or act as if you needed more help from them. So they caused an issue and they became your answer. Kind of like what our government does to us. That's either here nor there.
Lord have mercy. Listen, hold tight. Hold tight. That was a lot to process. Don't go nowhere. We going back to Houston, Texas. We going to be in Texas for a minute when I come forward. More from the callers.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
We ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
call your senior Medicare patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
Our city's hottest weeks of summer are approaching. If you're 60 or older, you're at risk of heat stroke or worse. Extreme heat can kill. That's why KBLA Talk 1580, as part of our year-long climate justice campaign, has partnered with the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power and the LA City Department of Aging for LADWP's Powered by Equity event, Heat Relief for Seniors Resource Fair. Join fellow LA seniors who hope to beat the heat and stay safe on Monday, July 15th, 10 a.m. at the Watts Labor Community Action Center in South Los Angeles. Learn about LADWP's Easy Save and Level Pay programs to help lower your monthly electric bill. And there will be tips and resources to be ready and safe in the heat. LADWP customers 60 years or older will be eligible to receive a portable air conditioner while supplies last. Personal ID and your LADWP bill are required. Contact your LA Department of Aging Neighborhood Senior Center for Cool LA Heat Relief for Seniors participation details, or visit www.ladwp.com/events.
Many homeowners and businesses use man-made stone as an alternative to traditional stone for their countertops. Handling these products puts workers' lives at risk. Without proper conditions, workers could die from the terminal lung disease silicosis. Employers must supply respiratory protection and water systems. It's essential to wet stone when cutting it to prevent breathing in dust. Do away with dusty, deadly practices. Visit WorkSafeWithSilica.org. This is a message from Cal OSHA.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Gluttony, in the broader sense, is probably the most suitable way to describe the narcissist's insatiable hunger, relentless pursuit, and excessive preoccupation in where they're going to get their next fix of narcissistic supply. As for obtaining this supply, provides them the lifeblood necessary in fueling fragile ego of their false self, completely emotionally dependent upon receiving external validation and adoration, having no core sense of worth without it. And it's within this gluttonous need for self-gratification through the consumption of supply that lies the core to the dark, pervasive force that drives their every single move. and why understanding the oftentimes skewed intricacies of narcissistic supply is crucial for both those in and out of its clutches, as well as its from within the knowing and grasping the brutal reality of how narcissists view others, themselves, and the world, that helps bring one to be able, faced with radical acceptance, all of it in its entirety, and makes possible for one to finally be able to let go so they can begin healing and move on with their life. Due to the narcissist's outlandish and delusional sense of entitlement, grandeur, and being so superior and above all other things that eat, shit, and breathe, they perceive others not to just be inferior, lesser than, or mediocre to their oh so delusionally delicious, magnificently fantastical being.
Wow. Wow. A lot of people don't know. This is what's happening. And if a person is charming, articulate, gregarious, humorous, funny, intelligent, there's sparkle with brilliance, charismatic, you get pulled in and you don't realize that a narcissist is equivalent or tantamount to being a psychological black hole, where once you cross the event horizon, there is no aspect of your spirit that can escape. The longer you're in it, the harder it is for you to get out of it. This is deep, man. This is deep stuff. Attila, give me your final thoughts on this.
Okay, so I wanted to expound a little bit about the whole someone creating a problem and becoming your solution and what that may look like. So one of the ways that I think insidious ways this can happen is through...
Did we lose her? Attila, we lost you. Where are you, Attila? Attila, did we lose you? 5, 4, you're going to have to call back, Attila. You got to call us back. We want to get that thought. Reggie from Austin, Texas, man, I want to know your thoughts.
Man, I'm in the middle of this, so my thoughts are kind of skewed. I don't have all the answers to this. I actually have more questions than answers. This person that's a narcissist is like the narcissist, and he doesn't see you as a person to be respected. He sees you as a person to be like devoured. Right. You represent the problem that he needs to solve, and so every conversation is about what you need to do, what you don't need to do, what some change you need to make, something, because he doesn't see you as a person. He sees you as a problem, and I hate to check all these boxes. But like as you were reading everything or saying everything, I was like, man, that's what I'm dealing with. And it's different when it's in your circle. It's fine when it's somebody else, but it's different when it's like in your circle and you can't get out of it. And the thing that you haven't said yet, and I know you're gonna say it, is it's impossible to feel safe or relaxed around a narcissist because all you are is something to be used. And you're not something to be respected, or someone rather to be respected.
Well,
like
I wouldn't say it's impossible to be yourself. I wouldn't say that. I think
very difficult.
I think that is the narrative that most people would say, but I go the opposite direction. See, here's the thing. Oftentimes, it's very difficult to ascertain or discern if a person is a narcissist. All you can do is be self-aware and then aware of how they show up, right? And there are some criteria, and most people don't even listen. The conversation that I'm having with you right now, I was having this conversation in a cigar lounge with a brother 2 days ago. And you know what the brother was saying? He got exacerbated and frustrated listening to all of the perspectives and nuances that are involved in this. And I said, bro, that's because you're used to just walking in blind and connecting with someone. And then all of these things come out in time. But the reality of it is relationships are to be observed from the inside out. And most people have never been taught to do that. We just want to connect, right? And then we connect from a superficial and selfish space. We don't connect from an expansive space. Do you understand? Where, how do I show up? How am I triggered? Why am I triggered this way? What did I model in childhood that's manifesting itself right now in this relationship? And I'm telling him these things, and he's like, man, that's just too much work. Do you see how we are spiritually lazy when it comes to relationships? Talk to me, Reggie.
I think it's that we don't know what work to do. We know there is work to do, and maybe I'm giving us too much credit. But when we're lazy, it isn't that we don't want to do the work. It's that, man, there is so much work to do, and I don't know where to begin. And so if I have somebody to help me, or like a workbook or something, man, to help me connect these dots, then I can find my way out of this thing.
Now watch this.
And
wait,
go ahead.
You're hitting on so many points. If I can find somebody to help me connect the dots. So remember, the narcissist is attracted to the codependent.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The codependent that be saying, I need somebody. So now the codependent is adopting narcissistic tactics. When you say, I need somebody to bring me peace, that is the peace supply. Narcissists look for supply. They're looking for adoration. They're looking for control. But the codependent is looking for peace. They're looking to be accepted. They're looking to be, do you see? Do you see how the codependent is also doing the same thing?
I hear you. When you said that you can only do your own work, which, I mean, you have the key to your own salvation. I get it. But if I do the work that is in this program, then you can't do the work for me. But I need some type of help, because I mean we're not dependent people, but we're social people.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, Reggie, we've been taught wrong. You don't need help. I'm here to revolutionize this whole thing. You don't need help. Did you need help breaking away from your friends when you started to evolve and change? When you started to read, when you started getting in the Word, when you started growing and learning, did you need help? That was the easiest breakup you ever did, because they fell off organically. The same thing happens in intimate relationships. Stay with me, Reggie. Don't you leave. When we come forward, we going back to Austin, Texas.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The Biden administration is dodging questions following a report that a Parkinson's disease expert visited the White House 8 times in 8 months. Black Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre declined to confirm the purpose of the visits, but stated that President Biden is not undergoing treatment for Parkinson's. She noted the White House medical unit routinely hosts various specialists for military personnel working on the grounds amid ongoing scrutiny over Biden's age and potential for another